Welcome to Puvanur RVIR Laya Academy of Music and Mathematics. Welcome to Puvanur RVIR Laya Academy of Music and Mathematics. We are in Misra Chapu Thalam, Talam. The last class we were reviewing Taka din dimmi din taka din dimmi din dimmi taka din dimmi din taka din dimmi din dimmi. Before we get into the class, for getting more clarity into the sequence, I will begin this class with the Thirukkural. Solkottam illadu seppam orutalaya ulkottam inmai perin. What's the meaning of it? உள்ளத்தில் கோணுதல் இல்லாத பண்பை பெற்றிருந்தால் சொற்களில் கோணுதல் இல்லாதிருத்தலும் செப்பமாக உணரப்படும். What Thiruvalluvar states is, if a person is having a clean mind, it can be very much observed in his expression, in his talk, in his speech. It will be very clear. We had seen in a number of occasions where good orators who can express very clearly, succinctly, till the last moment, without losing the expression, without losing the importance, the significance of the occasion. That's important. There are people who talk for 1 hour, 2 hours without a purpose. That's what Thiruvalluvar says in his two-liner. If you have a clear mind, if you know the purpose of what you're going to do, it can be very well be seen in your expression and speech. Isn't it true? I think with this good thought, we will get into the class today. So we started reviewing. Let's go about the sequence I'll express, and I'll also teach you the reduction in a different form, which is slightly creative here. I want to give that new creativity into this Misra Chapu Thalam. Taka din dimmi din taka din dimmi din dimmi taka din dimmi din taka din dimmi din dim taka din dimmi din taka din dimmi din dimmi taka din dimmi din taka din taka din dimmi taka din dimmi din dimmi taka din dimmi din taka din dimmi din dim taka din dimmi din taka din dimmi din dimmi taka din dimmi din taka din takita tatakita taka din takita tatakita taka din tatakita taka din tatakita tatakita taka din tam tatakita taka din tam tatakita taka din tam. This is a new creativity. If you observe, I have used a different reduction. I just wanted to teach you that there are methods which are very systemic, which is 4, 2, 1, and it's a sequential reduction. There are aesthetic reduction. This is an aesthetic reduction. Takita tatakita takadhina is 3 plus 8, 11. Again, takita tatakita takadhina, 3 plus 8, 11. So when you add 11 and 11, it's 22, and it is exactly, when you divide by 4, it is 5.5 beats. Then further when you reduce, tatakita takadhina, 2 beats. Tatakita takadhina is 2 beats, which is 2 plus 2, 4 beats. When you add 5.5 beats with 4 beats, it's 9.5 beats. And then you have to play a tirmanam of 8 beat. Tatakita takadhina tham. Tatakita takadhina tham. Tatakita takadhina tham. So 9.5 beats plus 8 beats is 17.5, which is divisible by 3.5. When you go into a 3.5 beat cycle, 3.5 plus 3.5 is 7. 7 plus 3.5 is 10.5. 10.5 plus 3.5 is 14. 14 plus 3.5 is 17.5. So the reduction process is 5.5 beats plus 4 beats plus 8 beats adds to 17.5, which perfectly fits in Misra Chapu Thalam. Though it is not grammatically right, it's not sequentially progressing, it's aesthetically progressing. So you need to learn Lakshya Jnanam, Lakshana Jnanam. A lot of people will play only grammatically. I want to play only copybook like Sunil Gavaskar in cricket. There's one like Dhoni who goes for an helicopter shot. So I want to do this comparison with cricket because you need to improvise in every art, whatever you pursue. So you need to know both. All the time when I teach traditional way, that's the right way, that's the truth. But you should also know to deviate a little bit and play aesthetically. So that's how this is structured. I will play and show. This is a combination of a sequential reduction and suddenly you move aesthetic way and then you play a Tirmanam in Adi Thalam Tirmanam, applying into, integrating into the Misra Chapu Thalam. This is a new idea I wanted you all to learn. The same way you can apply for the extension of the sequence, which is Tankadaka Dimmiddin, Tankadaka Dimmiddin, Dimmi, Tankadaka Dimmiddin, Tankadaka Dimmiddin, Dim, Tankadaka Dimmiddin, Tankadaka Dimmiddin, Dimmi, Tankadaka Dimmiddin, Tankadaka Dungada, Dimmiddin, Tankadaka Dimmiddin, Dim, Tankadaka Dimmiddin, Tankadaka Dimmiddin, Dim, Tankadaka Dimmiddin, Tankadaka Dimmiddin, Dimmi, Tankadaka Dimmiddin, Tankadaka Tankadaka Dimmiddin, Tankadaka Dimmiddin, Dim, Tankadaka Dimmiddin, Tankadaka Tankadaka Dimmiddin, Tankadaka Dimmiddin, Dim, Tankadaka Dimmiddin, Tankadaka Tom You can even play this. This is little advanced when you start off, but I want to give the lead of how you can approach this sequence in an aesthetic way. So this is Takadindimidindimi. The most classic sequence I am going to teach you today is Thangatatadim Takadimi Tatadim. This is a beautiful phrase which is most suited for most of the Misra Chapu songs, and you can clearly use this pattern to set the rhythm for the singers, to facilitate them. If you just keep on playing like this, and that should lilt them and they can continue to sing in the track. Though in the track, the laya is the track, and shruti is the one which they carry as a train. You have to take the train in the track. If your track is not right, whatever may be your shruti, you will have a derailment. So ensure that you learn this sequence appropriately. Thangatatadim takadim tatadim. Thangatatadim takadimi tatadim. Tamki tam tam dit. Namki dhimki tam tam dhim. Tamki tam tam dit. Namki dhimki tam tam dhim. When you play together, Thangatatadim takadimi tatadim. Thangatatadim takadimi tatadim. Now this is a broken sequence, as I normally tell. And there is a pause, it's a broken sequence. Let's make it continuity. Thangatatadim takadimi tatadimi. Thangatatadim takadimi tatadimi. How to play dhimi? Tham ki tham tham dit ki. Like that. Nam ki, dhim ki, tham tham, dhim ki. right position. You have to understand perfectly and then practice more and then get to speed in the correct position. Your phrases, including phrases, different phrases, and try to make the sequence in a different dimension. So, but the base is this. So, let me repeat. Thanga tathadim takadhimmi tathadim. Thanga tathadim takadhimmi tathadim. This sets the base. Once when you set the base, you should be in the base for some time so that you get the rhythm into your mind. You should not just keep running. First you are like a clock. You keep doing that sequence again and again and again. So you get that feel of Misra Chapu in your playing. And once when you cradle into the Misra Chapu, then you can make everybody enjoy with your music, enjoy. That's what you should do. The next one, Thanga Tata Dhimi Taka Dhimi Tata Dhimi. Until you get this familiar. Then next is kedatatta dhim takka dhimmi tatta dhim kedatatta dhim takka kedata kedatatta dhim takka dhimmi tatta dhim angutatta dhim takka kedata. Dhim takka dhimmi tatta dhim kedatatta dhim takka kedata. When you play notationally, dhumkinam tham tham ditki namki dhimki tham tham dhimki thamki tham tham ditki namkum namdum dhumkinam 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 dum. Let me repeat it. Dhumkinam tam tam ditki namki dhimki tham tham dhimki thamki tham tham ditki namdum dhumkinam 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 dum. That is the position. Don't deviate from this. That's the position. When you play fast only, you will understand the rhythm. Like that you should play with reverberation. Then the same phrase, the like Dumkinam, Talang tam tam ditki, namki dhimki tam tam dim, tamki tam tam ditki, namdum talang, takadimi talang, takkat talang, takadimi talang. You know the Bala Padam, the same lesson only. That is another lesson. Talam kita taka tam ditki, namdum tham kita taka tham dimki. Tam kita taka, namdum nam kita taka, tam kita taka. Tarikita dhimmi, tarikita. Up to this, you need to master it. Once when you master it, then we can move further, and then I will teach you how to get into this reduction process, traditional reduction process, and few more tips before we conclude the Misra Chapu Thalam. Let me do a continuous flow of how to play this lesson, and then we will see in the next class how to take it into the reduction. To that, you should get in a slower speed. The reason why I am playing fast is not to show my expertise again. I want you to understand how rhythm reflects its beauty when you play in the speed. That's the reason behind I'm playing and demonstrating this to you. So you have to play in a slower speed, much slower speed, rule of thumb. If whatever the speed you get, and that is your anchoring point first. And then from then you have to move on to the next, and then you have to move on to the next. Not the speed what I'm playing right now. That's not the expected result I'm expecting from you. So I'm going to conclude this class with the Thirukkural, and I will continue. I will try to finish Misra Chapu Thalam with the traditional reduction process and the Moran Kurva in the next couple of episodes. Vanigam செய்வார்க்கு வாணிகம் பேணி பிறவும் தன் போல் செய்யின். What is the meaning of it? பிறர் பொருளையும் தன் பொருள் போல் போற்றிச் செய்தால் அதுவே வாணிகம் செய்வோர்க்கு உரிய நல்ல முறையாகும். What a great advice Thiruvallur gives for people who does business. People who does business with their own money and making profit, when they are getting money from somebody else as well, they should look at it as though it's your money, and then do a wise business to everybody in an unbiased way. That's what Thiruvallur states. With this good note, I'm ending this class. Puvanur RVA is signing off. To see you in the next class for a grand conclusion of Misra Chapu Thalam in a couple of classes. We're going to do the reduction next class, and few other tips, important tips I will cover in the next class. We'll again go into the Mora Korvai and completely do a review, and we'll sum it up nicely in the next couple of classes. Pranams.